step one, done. The most important thing for the Cavs, step one, done. Donovan Mitchell has signed on that dotted line. Does he sign? Does he do a docu-sign?
It's a spider web.
What do you mean, spider web?
He signs a spider web.
Oh, because he's Spider. I got it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. A little Spider-Man action. You don't do that. You docu-sign a $150 million deal? You've done it online where it's like, this counts as your signature. Like, click, done. Don't worry about it. Direct deposit that money right in the account. Donovan Mitchell has signed, whether real or docu. That's priority number one. That's done. And I will even allow Kobe Altman to sit down and enjoy his 4th of July coming up.
Nope.
But after that,
nope.
Work starts, man. Work starts for Kobe Altman and crew. Your number one priority is done, dusted. Atkinson's introduced. Now you start getting down to the hard part of Kobe Altman's job this offseason. What are you going to do with this roster? And I think the hardest thing might actually be doing nothing. I think the hardest thing that Kobe Altman could do is try to tell all of us that this roster is fine the way that it is. And Kenny Atkinson's your big change. So if you believe that a move is the easier and maybe the better thing to do, you got to go out and find a trade partner. You got to go find the right deal. The ultimate question, and what I said yesterday, you look through the lens of Donovan Mitchell. Everything that you do for the Cavs over the next 2 years, what does that mean for Donovan Mitchell? What is the best for Donovan Mitchell? What are the right players to put around him? You take that idea and that tact, and you attack the offseason. The offseason well underway. LeBron is re-signed with the Lakers. I'm sorry, Ryan. You knew when Bronny got drafted, he wasn't going anywhere, at least for this year. We'll talk about Bron's deal. The rest of the NBA is starting to get hot and heavy. I know Klay Thompson's dad is all sad. We'll get to that coming up as well. We got baseball trades going on. Guards! Nice job, Bo. Is that not like the worst walk-off, though? A sack fly? But hey.
Well, at least Robert wanted no business throwing him out.
A win is a win. We'll take it. Tonight is a huge night over at that ballpark. Not only because Gavin Williams is back on the hill, but you're facing a guy that some people think the Guardians might have interest in trading for. We have some football, and I can't wait to get to this. Chad Ryder of NFL.com. We actually just brought this up on yesterday's show. When you would go to Madden and you would create a team and do a fantasy draft, and you would draft, like I had Peyton Manning with Calvin Johnson, and you could do whatever you want. He did that with current NFL players. The Browns have their picks, and of the 32 first-round picks, 18 of them were quarterbacks, including one quarterback that I cannot believe went ahead of some of the star players on defense. We got that coming up. We got the grid. We got time up. And we got the morning update, all on a beautiful, basically Friday for a lot of people, right here on Big Play. Welcome to the show, everybody. I am Matt Fontana. He is Ryan Tyler. Good morning. Happy to have you alongside. Drop us a follow if you can on Twitter, X, at Matt Fontana Show. Up on the YouTube side of things, drop a subscribe to our channel at Matt Fontana Show. We're on Twitch and Instagram as well for all the clips that you need. A lot of basketball going on this morning. The big news starting this morning is that LeBron has re-signed with the Lakers on a 1-and-1. It's a 1-year deal with a player option for another year, full no trade clause. So he and Bradley Beal are the only players in the NBA right now with no trade clauses. One of those, not like the other, but whatever. So he's re-signing with the Lakers. That puts them right up on that tax threshold, and they're going to have to I'm sorry, Ryan. LeBron's going to have to give back $1 million. You have to if he gives up $1 million, then that gets the Lakers under the second apron tax threshold.
What do you think that'd be for us? Like
$5?
A foot-long sub?
Like, okay, hey, let's do this.
A Chipotle bowl?
LeBron.
No, you know what that'd be? That'd be like us having to go to Chipotle, and we had to sacrifice double chicken for just regular chicken. You know?
Who gets chicken?
What do you mean?
I think I've gotten chicken at Chipotle once in my life.
What do you get?
Steak.
Their
all
steak
the time.
Tastes like rubber.
What, are you insane?
It tastes like I'm eating a tire.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes. Yes.
What? Okay, let's see if we can come together on this. What is the worst meat at Chipotle?
See, I haven't tried much. The only ones I've tried are the chicken steak. Not the chorizo. What's the other one?
The chorizo might be the answer. Barbacoa is the real answer.
I've never gotten barbacoa.
Oh, it's terrible.
Never gotten it.
Terrible. I tried the tofu when it came out because they had a deal.
Ew.
If you got a tofu burrito, then you got another one for free. So I got it. I was like, oh, I'll try it, and then I'll get my other burrito for free.
If I was president, the first thing I'd do in office is make guac free.
Well, I mean, that is the best thing at Chipotle. So I'll put guac on. I go back and forth. I get bowls probably more often than burritos, but sometimes a good burrito just hits.
Bowl's more food.
Bowl is more, and then you just get the tortilla for 50 cents on the side, and then, so my life, I want to say got changed, but that's putting a little sauce on this. Do you know the bowls are meant to be dunked with the chips? I know this was probably 8 years ago because I used to always just get burritos.
That's a common thing.
And then I was with him and my friends. He goes, "Wait a minute, you don't eat your bowl with the chip? Like get a side of chips and scoop it?" I was like, "Oh my god, my life has never been the same since when it comes to Chipotle.
My life's never been the same since I got the vinaigrette.
My thing.
I can't eat it without it.
Really?
Yeah, like if I go there and they don't have vinaigrette, I'm like, I'll go somewhere else.
Do you put it on it then?
Yeah, I just
Really? I thought that was more of a salad thing.
I mean, it basically is a salad if you get lettuce.
Okay. So back to the math of LeBron and what $1 million means to him. And I'm not going to be able to do this because I can't go to $1 billion on my phone. The only thing I can do is $120 million. So, well, I'll do that. $120 million because he's worth $1.2 billion. So the question is, how much would $1 million mean to LeBron? So if you give me $120 million, and would you times that?
Wait, what's his net worth?
Okay, his net worth is $1.2 billion.
Okay.
So what is 1 million of that? It should be easily divided, right? Are you just going to, yeah. You're going to have to go, percentage calculator.
Well, okay, so 1 million of 1 billion is 0.1%.
0.1%. So let's just say you have the average person, what, $50,000?
Sure.
0.01, that'd be like $500.
Okay.
That'd be like $500. You got $50,000. That's like $500 that you'd be giving up to be able to help your team out.
All right.
I would say most people would probably do that. So LeBron's in a good place. The Lakers are in a good place. Is Klay Thompson in a good place? We'll get to that coming up. But we focused on the Cavs this morning. And, you know, I fully admit that we've asked this question a few times about Garland versus Allen. And I think we have always asked the question of which one would you trade away, Garland or Allen? And with everything that came out yesterday, I'm getting real mixed signals on this. There are people that I trust very much in the NBA that I listen to. They're in the know. And I have people saying Jared Allen's getting traded. I have other people saying he's not getting traded. Garland is the one that I'm having maybe a harder time getting my thumb on that because I've heard nothing about him being traded. And anything that comes back on Garland is he's got no value. The contract is too high. Nobody wants to acquire Darius Garland. Now, Jared Allen I think there's a list of teams that would line up for Jared Allen's services. The flip side to that is it sounds like the Cavs don't want to trade him. And that would come back to what we've heard from Kobe Altman or reports about Kobe Altman all offseason has been he doesn't want to trade anybody. And I think that's a mistake. I've said that. I think you need to make a move to improve this roster. This roster, as it was constructed, is not good enough. I think Kenny Atkinson is worth a little bit of a change, but not enough. And I keep coming back to, you've got Donovan Mitchell. What do you need Darius Garland for? So we want to post it this morning here, and we're going to do it differently than we have in the past. Usually we ask, which one would you trade away? Which one would you send away? The question this morning is going to be, who is better for Donovan Mitchell? Who is the better player to keep with Donovan Mitchell? Is it Darius Garland or is it Jared Allen? Because if we come back to the lens that I'm asking everybody to start viewing, and I hope Kobe Altman is too. Every move is what means the best for Donovan Mitchell. You are a championship level team with a superstar player on a long-term contract. Everything you do has got to be about Donovan Mitchell. It's like any other star in the league. Pick a team, pick a star. Why did the Mavericks get Klay Thompson? Because he's going to help Luka Doncic. Every little move that a team would make with a superstar is surrounded what is best for that player. So what is best for Donovan Mitchell? And if I look at Darius, there is a version, Ryan, that Darius Garland is the best guy to be around Donovan Mitchell if he's shooting the three. What do you need around Donovan Mitchell? I would say shooters, right? Like any league, how the NBA is set up right now, guard, big man, shooters. That's it. Give me a guard, give me a big man, and the rest have to be shooters. And you are really doing well if your big man can also shoot, which we're trying to get there with Evan Mobley. And he'll find me a guard in today's NBA that can't shoot. Every guard can shoot.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons can't do anything.
Wow.
He can't do anything. Poor guy, but I mean, he literally.
What's his contract? Remember when I suggested him to the Cavs?
I mean, hang on. I'll go that real quick. Ben Simmons contract.
Like 60 mil or something?
Well, the funniest one was I saw a graphic of the biggest contracts because it was Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jokic. And then Bradley Beal is on that somehow because he signed that deal with the Wizards and then got traded to the Phoenix Suns. How the hell is Bradley Beal on that list?
He was putting up numbers in Washington.
Well, that's why he got that deal there. Ben Simmons is not that bad. Well, I guess he is. He's owed $40 million this upcoming season. He signed a 5-year, $177 million extension with the 76ers before they sent him over to the Nets. And then he's had nothing but injuries, right? And it's not all been the same thing with Ben Simmons. So there's plenty of, I don't want to say bad deals out there, but that is part of where the NBA is at now. You see some guys like, who the hell is that just signed for $80 million? Who is that got $60 million? What is going on? And free agency for players of any league is the best thing. There was no free agency way back in the day, right? Like in baseball, when, in the 30s, you signed with that team and that was it. You were on that team. There was no getting rich from other teams or trying to help out another squad that's willing to pay you. Free agency's best because you get overpaid. So all it takes is one team that's going to shoot your value up there. And it kind of comes back to when you talk about the potential trades that Kobe Altman's going to have to move here. You're going to need somebody else to want one of these guys. I hope they make a trade. I really do. Like, I'm not saying that you should just make a trade for making a trade or do something just to suffice me. But, like, I don't know how you look at this roster and you say it's good enough. Like, there's no problems with this team. And that Kenny Atkinson, if you take him for every word that he said in his introductory press conference on Monday, he loves Darius Garland and he's going to get the most out of Jared Allen, all this other kind of stuff. I don't buy that. Of course he's going to say that stuff in an introductory press conference. I saw, well, you know what? Do you buy if we just weren't injured, if Jared Allen didn't have his rib issue, if Donovan Mitchell didn't have to sit down for a good chunk of that Celtics series, do you really believe you were going to beat the Celtics?
No.
Okay, well, you could try to jump onto that. I don't know.
Does.
What's that?
Do people actually think that?
Kobe Altman probably does.
Well,
I mean, if he doesn't make a move, he is signaling to you, I think this roster is good enough. So if he thinks that this roster is good enough, then he says, well, we were just hurt. We were just injured. We'll get healthy and Kenny Atkinson will fix all of our problems. Get healthy and get Kenny Atkinson here. That's your solve for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well,
is that enough for you?
What if there's really no value, no market for Darius Garland? I mean, what do you do? I understand the
Well-
trade for trade's sake thing, but then at the end of the day, like, are you really getting your roster better? So if you're really not, then why not try and drive up Darius's value this year?
I mean, that could be your option if he comes out and plays really well in the first half of the season, and then you try to get something going at the trade
Let me
deadline.
ask you this: how far-fetched is it? And I know it's going to be hard for me to ask you to put it in a percentage, but how crazy do you think the possibility is of you come out next year? Donovan's Donovan, of course, he's a superstar. Darius returns to form. I'm not saying all-star level, but returns to form nowhere near the hell season that he had last year. And then Evan Mobley turns into a 40% clip from three.
Oh, that ain't happening, but okay, sure. I'd like that, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And that solves all your problems?
Yeah. I mean, now you, again.
Maybe Kobe really sees the vision there, bringing in Atkinson.
Well, that's what I'm saying is you got to, fill this bucket. My bucket is empty of shooters. And you say, well, you could do that with Evan Mobley. You could do that with Darius Garland.
Still doesn't solve your bench.
It still doesn't solve your bench. It still doesn't solve some of the other problems. It still doesn't solve your height deficiency when it comes from a defensive standpoint from your guards. Doesn't fix that. I mean, got a lot of problems. And the issue is I don't see all of the solutions. So you then have to prioritize what are the biggest issues and how do we attack those first, right? My mom used to tell me that all the time. Doing chores, do the job you don't want to do first. Find the one that you really are not looking forward to doing and do that one first so you're done with it and then you can move on to the rest. Kobe Altman started with the easier stuff, mostly because that's just how things go, right? He started with the easier stuff. He found his head coach, Donovan Mitchell re-signed. Now he's to the hard part. And it comes back to the simple question, does he feel like they have to make a trade? Does he feel like he's got to make a trade? One, I will admit, you're not going to get full return on value for Darius Garland. No team is going to help bail you out. Go, oh yeah, here's a decent package for Darius Garland. Ain't going to do that. He's shown you nothing. So, I guess at that point, don't make the move. But I'm still going to be staring at a basketball team that I think needs help. I think they need a lot of help. So, what are you going to do? And I could be wrong. And I'd love to be wrong. That this team just brings it back. And they get back to the second round of the playoffs. And maybe it's the 76ers. And you could somehow beat that. I don't know. I mean, we're so far away from that. Here's another really interesting question. Do you want to see another year of this core four? Do you feel like you have your answer on this core four or not? We've seen them play a lot. Do you feel like you have an answer? And you've got to factor in Kenny Atkinson because a little tug one way would be, yeah, we haven't seen these guys with Kenny Atkinson, though. I haven't seen these guys with Kenny Atkinson yet. Maybe he really does have something dialed up for them. Maybe he really does know exactly what he wants to do with these guys. That's another reason why Kobe Altman might not make a move. Back to our Twitter question. We got to vote. Who's the better player to run alongside Donovan Mitchell? Is it Darius Garland? Is it Jared Allen? I'm voting Jared Allen on this one. He's the center. Oh, that sucks.
What?
Archie Manning passed. Wait. Oh, no, it's his birthday. Thank God. I thought he passed away.
Bruh.
They said
Bruh.
Archie Manning, Ole Miss legend, dad of Eli and Peyton, is 75. That's a bad headline.
Yeah, tweet that.
I'm battling around, but I apologize, folks. I apologize. I had this cough. Damn kids. The title from the Clarion Ledger goes, Archie Manning, Ole Miss legend, dad of Eli Peyton, 75. Would you then not think that that's a headline of him passing away?
That's fair. Is
He's
he
not.
on your birthday list today?
See, but I think it was yesterday, which I didn't have him, so I apologize. Archie Manning, not Arch. That's his grandson. Archie Manning. His birthday is in May. Why the hell would they post this?
Who? What's the account?
The Clarion. So really, I got it from Pro Football Talk. Florio retweeted this with a YouTube video, I'm assuming, of Archie Manning highlights. Oh. Wait a minute. I'm so confused right now. All right, I'm clicking on the article. I am so confused right now. I click on this article from the Clarion Ledger, and all it is apparently Archie Manning sat down to talk to them about something, and they led with Archie Manning, Ole Miss. Dude, is that an AI write-up?
Or they're just going for clicks.
Seriously, is that an AI written headline for an article? It has to be. The article is about Archie Manning sat down. Oh my God, that's not even what this is. What in the hell is this?
All right, well, can you spell the account for me?
Just do this. Go to Pro Football Talk. Go to Pro Football Talk on Twitter. Florio. Okay? Scroll down. That. You see it? You click on the YouTube video, and it's a video from The Office. So click on that article. And it's just a bunch of pictures. Like,
I mean, yeah, the headline is misleading.
so that's what I'm saying. Is this an AI thing? Like, what the is going on with that? Here I am thinking Archie Manning passed away. You know what? I blame Florio. Why would you retweet that? Look at it. It's just a bunch of pictures. It's not even an article. Everybody's just saying that this is awful. This is terrible. It's got to be an AI write-up. It literally has got to be one of those GPT, whatever it is. Dude, what the hell is going on? Hey, you know what? They got clicks out of us. Did they not just get 2 clicks out of us?
They did.
There it is. So I'm going to click off of that one. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail from where we're at right now, but I was like, what the hell is that? What is going on? So I'm glad to see that that Archie Manning is doing well, other than that article. But that's pretty crazy. Want to go over to basketball for a second. So, again, LeBron signed with the Lakers. Our question is up. Jared Allen. Ryan, cast your vote. Better running mate for Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen.
I guess Jared Allen in the sense of, I mean, it's like Darius is essentially a worse Donovan, no?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're different, a little bit different skill sets, but I think Donovan can pretty much pass just as good as Darius. He's obviously a better shooter, and has more.
Donovan's a better scorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, better scorer.
So I guess I would go Jared Allen.
All right, so there you go. Vote on that. At Matt Fontana Show. Drop us a follow there on Twitter. You can always watch the show there every morning. So yesterday, Klay Thompson, he goes to the Mavericks sign and trade. And his dad jumped on to Sirius XM. And he said, I'm not feeling too much in a congratulatory mood right now. He said, because it's obviously Klay's decision. He's a grown man, 34, and our fathers used to give us advice. We would choose our own path, and that's fine. That's what life is supposed to be. But Klay's dad said, I'm really disappointed. I was hoping, as you can assess, that he would become a Laker, and it was close. It came down to the Lakers and the Mavs, but the Mavs won out. But you know me, I was hoping and praying that he would go to the Lakers. Now, the reason he says that, his dad played for the Lakers. Michael Thompson he's drafted by the Portland Trail Blazers, but he spent 4 years of his career with the Lakers. He won 2 championships. He won back-to-back championships as a member of the Lakers from 87 to 91. Ryan, do you think parents, at this point, is that a bad look from Klay Thompson's dad? I think it is. I get it. You played for the Lakers. It's not like you're an all-time Laker great, sorry to Michael Thompson. And all you're doing now is creating a blank storm that your son has to answer for.
Maybe he misses him. He's moving across the country.
I'm assuming his dad's going to get a flight to go watch him play in Dallas.
Yeah, but you can't just have dinner every night with him.
Who knows where he even lives?
During the season, but...
Yeah. Michael Thompson yesterday, I'm upset that he chose to go to the Mavericks. And I guess there was money afoot here. It's not like anybody could sign him. He wasn't a free agent. They had to get a deal done. and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I try to put myself in that position as a father of like, if my son chose to go sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember Justin Lane?
Nah, Matt, you're actually tripping on this one because...
Don't bring up Michigan. That's different.
How is that different? That'd be your son saying he's committing somewhere and you would disown him.
But, like, this is different where...
No, it's not.
I'd be pushing him to, like, go to Ohio State, but he could choose anywhere, just not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was pushing him to sign in one place. I'm just asking him to not go to one place.
I guess it's a little different, but the principle's still the same. He went somewhere that you didn't want him to go.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't get on a radio interview and say that I'm upset that my son picked somewhere I didn't like.
You've quite literally on this show multiple times
1,000. And I'm sure if that happened and my son became the top high school recruit and he somehow picked Michigan, which is not going to happen, but that's fine. And he did. Everybody would come back to this show and my prior stop, and they'd pull all these clips and they put it all together and they go, what happened? What happened? He's not going, so don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But, like, at that point, and especially, this is not a high school kid who's 18. Klay Thompson is 34 years old. My son is 34. He can do whatever he wants.
Michigan son or thought daughter?
Michigan son, probably, at that point. And don't Google thought daughter, please. Don't do that.
Everybody knows what that is.
I hope so, because I didn't. You had to tell me what it was. You had to tell me what it was earlier. But, yeah, I just thought, like, I read it, and I was like, why are you just creating issues for your son? Because now Klay Thompson's got to come out and, hey, what do you think about what your dad said? Oh, he really wanted to go to the Lakers.
They're saying, I blame you for following Florio.
That is my fault, and I know that, you know, there's a lot of people that don't follow Florio. I think he's really interesting from the standpoint he's a lawyer. So some of this, like, Sunday ticket stuff, some of the Watson stuff when it was hot and heavy, he's got an interesting perspective on that. But, yeah, I've like it's weird because, like, do you do this from time to time? Do you purge your following?
Yeah.
Like, I go through from time to time, and I would just, like, scroll through, and I go, am I getting a value out of you?
Yeah.
You know, and some of these are more of, like, I follow for a little bit. And there's some that I'll never not follow. There's friends. There's Batman accounts that I'll never not follow. But, like, I'll go through. Well, I shouldn't bring that one up on the show, but that's fine. I could probably unfollow Typico, but that's okay. I'll do that. Yeah, like I'm scrolling through here, and these are all people that I still want to follow, that I still get something out of by following them. But I do that from time to time, or I purge the follows. And I know that there's a lot of people that, you know, I would say when you get to the level that Florio is at, you've got as many haters as you have, like, supporters and stuff like that. Try and follow Padone. I'm just like, I'm right now. Cody, Padone, Carly Teller, Dave, The Immaculate Grid, All the Right Movies, which I'll never unfollow them, Nick Wilson, Stats Guerrero. I mean, all these guys I follow. I can unfollow my buddy Paul. He doesn't tweet.
I vote unfollow a couple friends because they're just inactive.
Yeah, and they're inactive, and it's like if they're... But the other thing is...
the ratio.
Okay, here's the other thing that's more annoying on Twitter. When they are extremely active, but there's nothing good, because then they just eat up your timeline. Yeah. And you're like, there's no substance here.
Yeah, I just thought of
there's no substance here. And the other thing is, if you follow me, I'll follow you back. I know that's how reflog goes. You know, it is what it is. I get it. That's fine. I am not of that mindset necessarily. Like, I would say the majority of my following, like, most of them follow me back in some sort of capacity.
Charles says Jamie Meter earned a lifetime follow.
That's exactly, right? Like, I used to unfollow athletes when they left Cleveland. Do you know one guy that I will not unfollow since he left? Larry Nance Jr. I love Larry Nance Jr., so I will always follow Larry Nance Jr. I unfollowed LeBron. I unfollowed Jason Kipnis.
I'm sure he misses you.
I'm sure he does. Ooh. Probably unfollow Dr. Disrespect there.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Is that a bad look if I follow somebody who's kind of a piece of crap?
Not if you're following him before.
Well,
either way.
Can I watch his videos anymore? Probably not.
I mean, is he making any more videos?
Well, he's been on a hiatus since everything that happened. So should I unfollow him?
Since he tried to touch a child?
No, he didn't do anything. Allegedly didn't do anything. It was just text. I feel like I need to unfollow him. I feel like I can't watch him anymore.
Do it.
I feel like I have to.
You got kids. Imagine if that was your daughter.
That's true. That's very, very true. Very true. Now I'm scrolling through. Tom Withers, always going to follow Tom. Kyle Krabs does NFL Grind the Tape. Dark Knight Archivist, going to follow that. Come on now. Tim Alcorn, great follow. Daryl, great follow. Charles Robinson, good follow. Nick Chubb. See, like, Chubb is one, he never tweets.
But you can't unfollow.
But I can't unfollow him. He's part of the Browns.
That's how I feel for people that have passed away also. I'm like, I feel like it's a bad
Adam
omen.
West.
If, like,
Adam West and Kevin Conroy. I will never not follow them.
You can't unfollow a person
never.
that's departed,
Never.
right?
Never.
Don't you just think it's like a bad omen?
Very bad omen.
Yeah. Okay.
Very bad omen. Very bad. Like, and Kevin Conroy passed away. His husband actually picked the account back up this past year. And he's like, hey, I know Kevin's not with us anymore, but I still want to send out tweets to bring the community together and do all that kind of stuff. So I'll never not follow. You're right. That's a symbolic follow.
Yeah.
Symbolic follow. Drop us a symbolic follow if you can.
Facts.
We'll take it. We'll take a pity one. We'll take a symbolic one. We'll take whatever you got at Matt Fontana Show. I'll take whatever I got from the guards last night. That game was about to launch me into a 7th level of anger that I had not seen in quite some time. You pulled it out. Okay, you finally had your blow-up bullpen game, but you found a way to get a win. I cannot complain, all right? And Carlos Carrasco is like a heart attack waiting to happen. Every time you're like, oh my God, he's looking so good. 2 innings later, you're like, crap. You got to win. I can't complain. That's all I ask. And you got through it. But, and I know they were talking about this on the broadcast last night too, that, is it Pedro Grifol? He's the manager of the White Sox. Or he got tossed yesterday. He has his team playing hard. They are on pace to lose 107 games this year. They are 31 games back. Could you imagine that? They would have to win a month straight of baseball while the Guardians lose a month straight of baseball to get back into it.
Do you know what the Miracle Mets were? Like how far behind they were at All-Star break? I can find it out.
Yeah, Google that. So the White Sox are bad, but what they were saying on the broadcast was Pedro Grifol still has his team playing hard. Although, like, dude, is Paul DeJong the slowest professional athlete you've ever seen in your life? When I saw him truck, more about the Jimenez throwing him out, which that snag from Hedges was so good. And that's why you keep him in that lineup. I ain't trying to rip Bo Naylor because he got the sack fly last night. That's fine. That's a defensive play I don't know many catchers that can make. When that runner is bearing down on you, you've got to secure the catch and still get the tag. I don't know many catchers that could have done that. So that's why Austin Hedges is in the lineup. That aside, dude, Paul DeJong trucking it around second base, and then he had another base running error later in the game. That aside, White Sox play hard. It would be easy for them to show up every single game and go, we don't give a damn, right? Like, you got guys that are going to be traded. Tommy Pham's not going to be on that team after the trade deadline and all that. So they scrap. And I guess I appreciate the fact that the Guardians scrapped to come on back and get that win. Now, that being said, for tonight, I don't want that to at all be this game should not even be close. And I got to tell you, the bet I'm going to place tonight, Ryan, and I'm going to do it right now, I'm taking the Guardians minus 2.5 runs.
2.5.
So I need them to win by 3. I think this is a little anger type of game to come out. Now, I pause because Fetty is on the hill for them. And you got Gavin Williams for his first start of the season on the Major League side of things tonight. That's why tonight's going to be a big game. And it's not that I'm going to watch Gavin Williams tonight and say, oh, yeah, this is what I'm going to feel about Gavin Williams the rest of the month. It's his first start. It's his first start. We'll see how it goes. But Fetty is a guy that a lot of people have been bringing up around the Guardians. And a guy that we know the White Sox are going to be unloading. I understand that Garrett Crochet is the apple of your eye, right? The gold star for a lot of teams. Right, the cat's rear end. They're going to be unloading these guys. And it's a different when you're dealing with an in-division team and prospects. You know, I've tried to remind myself this over the years. And you see prospects like, can I just bring you up Francisco Mejia? And I don't mean to do that as I'm going to rip the young man.
Bring up the one you always love to bring up.
Well, that's Clint Frazier, who's in independent ball, and Justice Sheffield, who's not in baseball anymore. Like, Francisco Mejia. Do you even know what team Francisco Mejia is? I remember we traded him to the Padres.
Okay.
In his career in Cleveland, he had 18 major league at-bats. You trade him away. He was in San Diego for 2 years. He was then in Tampa. He was in Tampa for 2 years. He's now in the Brewers organization. He's not even on the major league level. You want to know why? He's got a career 239 average. And that includes a couple of years where he was basically your every other day catcher when he was down in Tampa. Batted 260, 242, 6 home runs each of those years. You really miss that? You really missing that? And, you know, I like the start that John Kenzie Noel is off to, and I like Jonathan Rodriguez and Juan Brito and Angel Martinez. I guess Angel Martinez might be the one that I don't know if I want to give up on him. But, like, that's kind of my thing. Do you go make a trade with the White Sox on the off chance that John Kenzie Noel, if he's so part of this trade, comes back and makes your life hell for 4 years? You know what I mean? Like, that's what your in-division trades mean. You trade stuff to the Padres, I don't give a damn. You trade stuff to any National League team, I don't care. The in-division trades are the ones that get a little sticky for me. So I got to say, I'm going to watch Fetty tonight. 5-3, 3.2 ERA. 100 innings pitched, 91 strikeouts in 100 innings. He's basically almost has a 4-to-1 walk to strikeout ratio, which is fantastic. Almost. Like, he could be a fit. But are the White Sox going to ask for more because they're helping an in-division team? Do the Guardians want to pull some back because then you could make that trade? It's just something to think about as you see, you know, tonight, when you think about it, could be a massive night to tell you where the starting pitching is. Because one of two things. Number one, they're going to see Fetty and they're like, man, we got to go get him. Or the other side of things, you're going to see something really positive from Gavin Williams and you're going to feel really good about him for the rest of the summer and feel like there's a boost to your starting rotation right there. I still want more. Dude, Gavin Williams go throw a no-hitter tonight. And I'd still say, that's great. Go get me another starting pitcher.
That was going to be my question to you. How much do you think tonight's performance from Gavin Williams changes, if at all, their outlook on the trade deadline?
Just want to see him.
Yeah, like you said, even if he does go out and throw a no-hitter, I mean, one, you're playing the White Sox, and two, it's one game.
Hey, man, no-hitter's no-hitter.
I still need 2 starters.
No, I agree with you. You still have to go get another one. Like, you got to do it. And you know, I think probably my biggest thing about Gavin Williams is, like, in his rehab starts, which you got to remember, he was working on a pitch down there. That stuff really doesn't mean a lot. It's not like he was stellar down in his rehab starts. He had to do what he do. I don't read into rehab starts. Are you ready to go? So that's where tonight I want to just see where Gavin Williams is at. The biggest news about him is supposedly over the last couple of weeks, his last couple starts, he has felt zero discomfort in his elbow. Because remember, he started his rehab, then he started feeling discomfort again. And now he's built back up. It sounds like they have flushed this thing out. It sounds like this elbow problem with him is done, so he'll be in your rotation for move forward. But he's still going to be on a pitch count tonight. He's not going to hit 80 pitches. That is not going to happen. So the other thing is, when you look at tonight's game, to know that you're going to have to go to your bullpen semi-early. Like, you're really going to have to try to turn this into a 5-inning or less game. And I'm trying to remember. Obviously, Cade Smith struggled last night. But, like, I guess Cade Smith, I don't know, man, he threw 18 pitches. Like, Gaddis, Barlow, Class A's fine. You had the off day on Monday, so your bullpen's in decent shape for tonight to just basically turn it into a short game with Gavin Williams coming off of the injury. So that's where we're at tonight. I just think it's going to be really interesting. I think it's going to be just watching him watching Fetty, but I think the Guardians smoke him tonight.
My
I
mom's
need
going to
that.
the game tonight, and she asked me if I wanted to go, and I said no. I didn't know it was Gavin Williams' debut.
Well, are you going to go?
It's too late.
What do you mean?
She already bought tickets.
Buy another one.
She was going to buy mine for me.
Tell her to buy you one now. You got tickets all over that ballpark.
Yeah, but I don't know if there's any available next to her.
So what?
I don't want to sit alone.
Oh, you're that kind of guy?
What do you mean I'm that kind of guy?
I have no problem going to places by myself.
Because you don't have friends.
Thanks.
According to your Twitch buddies, they always rip
Those
on you.
are my friends. They're a bad group of friends, but those are my friends. I have friends. They're just not good friends. I have friends. They just suck. Okay. To go back, awful announcing. Headline makes readers think Archie Manning passed away.
Wow.
It's not just me.
Okay.
It wasn't just me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm tweeting this at you. It wasn't just me. I read that and I thought Archie Manning died. And I wasn't the only one. Thank you. Vindication for me this morning.
Had to be AI. Dangers of AI.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Dangers
the
of
dangers
AI.
of freaking AI, man. Can I go to another quick story? Did you see this Al Michaels AI stuff for the Olympics? Cover the kids' ears. What the fuck is that?
Wait, what is it?
They're capturing Al Michaels.
What the fuck is that?
They're capturing his voice to put it into AI.
You can't make it? Why don't they just get somebody
That's
else?
what I'm saying. He's still alive.
They're saving money, Matt.
Then it's not for him to do play-by-play. It's just for him to do highlight packages at the end of the night for NBC.
It's a scary world we live in.
Okay, seriously. I'm sorry. Al Michaels is done. He's lost his fastball. Watching him on Thursday Night Football is torturous. Kaylee Hartung and Kirk Herbstreit are great. Get them somebody else. Preferably not Ian Eagle's son. But that's another story for another day. He's that's it. Everybody eventually loses their fastball. We will lose ours doing this, Ryan. Some people say we never had it. We were Josh Tomlin out here.
Wow.
That's another shot. Why? And I get it, because it's Al Michaels and Miracle and he's NBC and all that kind of stuff. Why? I don't need that. I don't want that. And I think it's so scary to see where this AI stuff is going, man. It really is. And it's not that we get to Terminator level and they...
It's possible.
Was it in The Matrix when they were like, they know... Or no, it was Terminator. When they knew the exact moment that it became self-aware.
Yeah.
They were talking Skynet. Skynet.
There's already AI that's self-aware.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. That sucks. But like, Al Michaels, just find somebody else. Find the next person. Find the next version of Al Michaels. And promote them and elevate them to that level. Nobody can do it like Al Michaels. That's not true. That's just not true. Right? No, nobody will do it like John Madden. Nobody will do it like Harry Carey. Nobody's going to do it like Vin Scully. No, there will be somebody else. There will be somebody else to fix it on up and take that mantle on over. That stuff is just, that's nuts to me. That's nuts.
I didn't see that story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Google it. Al Michaels, AI. Here it is. And this was from like a week ago. It's not like
better than
this is from Vanity Fair.
I still think Al Michaels is somehow still better than a lot of the people that do.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
He's better
man.
than Tony Romo. I'd rather listen to
now
Tony
you're
Romo.
talking analyst versus play-by-play. You're talking color versus play-by-play. As far as play-by-play people go.
No, the people I hate, you're right.
Now, okay, so here's the other thing.
Are the color.
I'm a NASCAR fan. Do you know who Mike Joy is?
No.
So Mike Joy has been the voice of NASCAR my entire life. He has set the record for the most Daytona 500 calls of all time. He's been in the booth for Fox, I think, 30 years. I looked this up. Mike Joy is his name. So he, of any other sport, he's been on the coverage for 45 Daytona 500s. At 1981, he was the lead broadcaster for ESPN's first NASCAR televised coverage there. And I'm trying to think, like, whatever. You get my point with Mike Joy, right? Like, he is the John Madden, the Vince Scully, and all that kind of stuff. And everybody got on his ass. He's 74 years old. This past season, because NASCAR divides it up. The first chunk is Fox, then it goes to NBC. Used to be ESPN, like it rotates that all through, right? So he's done for the year. But people are out there going, oh, Mike Joy's really lost his fastball. There's these calls, these races where it's like coming down the stretch. And he's like, here comes Chase Briscoe for the win. And everybody's freaking out. Now, I sit there and I go, I love Mike Joy. I will take any version of Mike Joy I can get. But I also completely understand that he's not the same guy anymore.
Have you seen our president?
Well, that's a whole nother situation. That's a whole nother thing. Aren't they the same age? And Biden's 74?
Dude, Biden's like 80, I thought.
No way. Oh, my God. He's 81 years old?
I'm telling you. I think he's the oldest president ever.
How is he still in office?
Trump's 78. Dude, I'm just saying.
I didn't know he was that old.
I'm pretty sure he's the oldest president.
Well, I knew that. I didn't think he was that old.
Dude, look at him. He looks like he's about to fall over.
We are screwed.
Barack's only 62.
Get him
still
back in there. Get an AI Biden. Get an AI Biden. That's fine.
That's literally Terminator levels.
That's fine. An AI president, we'll do it. That'll be where it's at. But yeah, they're doing this AI bull crap for Al Michaels, and I think it's stupid. I don't think it's a good idea, but I don't know. It is what it is. All right, flipping over to football. I thought this was really interesting, and it's going to take some time for us to parse kind of through this. So Chad Ryder, who's the draft analyst for NFL Network, he did a 7-round mock draft, building a team with active players. So imagine that the NFL came out and they said every player in the NFL is in a draft. And they go off of the draft order of last year. And you get to just pick players. That's it. So I want to run through, find some interesting trends, and see what the Browns team would look like.
Big caveat, need to know. Is age a factor? Are they all the same age, restarting career?
The only thing is, no, right now. Like, if you draft Aaron Rodgers, you're getting 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers. Okay. And he says win now mode, right?
Okay.
So your first overall pick for the Carolina Panthers is very clearly
Patty D's nuts.
That is correct. Second overall pick in an NFL player draft would be?
I suppose, is it Mr. Allen?
It is Josh Allen, which is a little crazy because I think there's a debate to be had, but it is Josh Allen. Number 3.
Could it be Joe Burrow?
It is Joe Burrow. Well done. Number 4.
So are we still going quarterback?
I'll give you this. You don't get to a non-quarterback till 15.
Yeah.
14 straight quarterbacks to start
I guess that's if you pissing in the wind if you don't have a quarterback. I get it.
Yeah.
Herbert.
Lamar.
I forgot about Lamar.
Herbert goes 5. Dak Prescott 6.
CJ
Stroud 7. Jalen Hurts 8. Aaron Rodgers 9. Jared Goff 10. Matt Stafford 11. Brock Purdy 12.
Where's the love for Jordan Love?
Jordan Love 13.
There you go. Where's Tua?
Trevor Lawrence 14. So the first 14 picks in a hypothetical NFL draft.
Okay.
Quarterbacks.
Yep. Makes sense.
The first non-quarterback going to the Indianapolis Colts at 15
it should be
is
Miles.
who? It is Miles Garrett.
Yeah, as it should be.
Colts take the first non-quarterback off the board, the defensive player of the year, and double-digit sacks in 6 consecutive seasons. It's Myles Garrett. He goes 15. Tua goes 16. The next non-quarterback goes at 17. Your guess. You're going to say a name that I would take, that I would think would be the answer, but it's not.
Well, next I would go Nick Bosa.
No, I was going to go Justin Jefferson.
Is it defense or offense?
Offense.
Oh. Well, if it's offense.
Wouldn't you think Justin Jefferson? I would, but it's not.
If it was offense, yeah, unless you're going like CMC, I suppose. But He's the only running back you'd consider. Then, I mean, is it like Jamar?
Nope.
Is it Tyreek?
Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, 17. Kyler Murray, 18. Micah Parsons goes 19. Christian McCaffrey, 20. Justin Jefferson, 21. CeeDee Lamb goes 22. And technically, the Browns would have had the 23rd pick. So in Chad Ryder's mock at 23, we take Trent James Watt.
Bum.
TJ Watt comes over to the Cleveland Browns at 23.
Overrated.
Caleb Williams goes 24, ahead of Chris Jones, Penny Sewell, Max Crosby, then your guy Nick Bosa, A.J. Brown, Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, and Travis Kelce round out the first round.
No love for my boy Deshaun?
Let's go to, it's 7 rounds. 7 rounds. Now, I'll go to team. I'll tell you everything that the Browns. Oh, my God. Well, guess what we take at pick 43? Deshaun Watson. So there you go. What I wanted to look for was other Browns players in this draft. Round 3. So, who would you say would be the next Browns player drafted? It's got to be Denzel Ward, right?
Or Amari Cooper. Well, you're talking about age, so probably Denzel.
Okay, he's not in round 3. Let's go to round 4. Dude, Bo Nix, 98. Drake May, Will Levis, all ahead of Denzel Ward in this.
Need a quarterback, Matt.
Not those guys.
Need a quarterback.
Not those guys. All right, he's not in round 4. Round 5. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Pittman, Vita Vea, C.J. Mosley, Quentin Nelson, Terry McLaurin. Did they just forget about Denzel Ward? I'm into the 6th round of this mock, and I don't think he put Denzel Ward in this.
What other corners are in there?
L'Jarius Sneed. Here's Denzel Ward, 196 to the Cardinals in the 7th round. That's it. So those are the only 2 Browns players that are in this list. Now, do you want the Browns team that Chad put together?
No, let's hear it.
Okay. So again, this was a 7-round mock using last year's draft order to build the best team. We have TJ Watt in the 1st round, Deshaun Watson in the 2nd round, L'Jarius Sneed in the 3rd round, DK Metcalf in the 4th round, Quentin Nelson in the 5th, Isaiah Pacheco in the 6th, and Eric Armstead in the 7th round. That's the Browns team in Chad's mock draft.
Low-key a squad.
I like that squad a lot. I love DK Metcalf. I like Pacheco.
Yeah.
I like Quentin Nelson. So I think that's pretty good. I just thought that was interesting because, it was more about the top end of that draft, right? Where I wanted to look and see, okay, we know Patty is going 1. There's no question on that. But then would you take Josh Allen? Would you? Because, it's almost this basically is a fantasy football draft, right? What do you not do in fantasy football ever? Don't ever take a quarterback in the 1st round. And there's always somebody that does, and then it gets everybody else nervous, and they freak out, but you don't do it. And the whole reason is the gap between the best quarterback and the 7th best quarterback is usually this.
Yeah.
The gap between the best running back and the 7th running back is this. So that's why you should go running backs. You should go wide receivers. But to see of the first 14 picks in this were all quarterbacks. I think it also kind of tells you where we're at with the NFL. 3/4 of the league is happy with their quarterback situation.
Speaking of, we're going to have to once get a fantasy guy on here because I'm torn with my number 2 pick.
You have the number 2 pick in your draft?
It's I don't know if I should take CD, Jamar, or Tyreek. I don't know what to do.
I mean, I want
CMC, but he's going to go 1.
I've got some people I can reach out to. Actually, of all the random people that follow me, Field Yates does. Well, Jeremy Fowler, too. So Fowler's not so much fantasy, but Field Yates is.
I like Field a lot.
Field's great. So I'll probably have to do that. But yeah, we should totally. I go back and forth because. All right, let me ask you this behind the curtain, but it's good for the people. Give us your thought.
Yeah.
Do you want a fantasy person every week?
I would love one.
Okay.
Because I'm a fantasy junkie.
I've done this a long time. I sound like somebody else. I've done this a long time, right? But I've had fantasy consultants on every week. And I've always enjoyed, and in fact, you want to know what? Rich Dotson, dynastynerds.com. I've known Rich a long time. And when he started Dynasty Nerds, Ryan, they are the foremost experts for dynasty football leagues, which I'm now in, which is great.
Can I join one? I want to do Dynasty so bad.
We might have an opening in one of my leagues. I'll let you know. So I know I could get Rich every week. I know I could. Now, daily fantasy is something completely different. And then we're talking about redraft fantasy.
Right.
The issue with doing it every week is it turns into everybody just wanting their, and we would field questions from people.
Well, no, it would be waiver wire pickups. It would be best
start
matchups
this guy
this
over
week,
this
start
guy.
Versus sits. It would be You don't win. You don't win your league in the draft, Matt.
What's that?
You don't win your league in the draft. You win it on the waiver wire.
True. I don't know, man. I go back and forth because, like I said, and it all comes back to how and Rich is really good on the air, so that works.
Yeah.
But again, he leans more towards dynasty than he does redraft.
Gotcha.
Leave that open. We have some time to discuss because the other thing is, I would rather then have a betting person on too. Like we had Sonny on for a long time. I'd like to find some sort of betting person. Really, what I would like to do is get our new betting partner online, and then we could work through that, but that's coming soon as well. So, like, you know what? Maybe we ask the people on that. I'd be, seriously, what would you rather have on our show? A betting expert or a fantasy expert?
I don't mind.
See, I'd rather have a betting expert. Like, I like fantasy, but I'm going to make my moves. You know what I mean? Like, I feel pretty confident in who I'm going to start every week.
Well, if I win my league, I get $2,000. So,
but you could make that up with a good season of betting.
True. I could also lose $2,000. I can only lose.
Yeah, that's true. The money that you put in, the money you put in.
Yeah.
Save that. I don't want to do it now because football's not top of mind.
Right.
Can you save that for like early August, maybe late July? Put a note in your phone, please, and say, ask that question. What would you rather have on our show? And we can do both too. We could do a fantasy expert, a betting expert, or both. Because here's what I would say. We do the fantasy expert on Thursday because you got to start people on Thursday Night Football. We do our betting expert for the big chunk on Fridays. What do you think?
I think that'd be cool.
Okay. So there's a world we can do both. But I want to ask everybody, what would you rather have? Betting expert or a fantasy expert? So we'll get to that. We got plenty coming up in hour 2. Want to dive back into the Cavs. Get ready for the Guardians game tonight. Who needs a betting expert, Matt? Because I'll give you all the great odds for the Guardians tonight. I thought the under was going to hit last night. Like, I felt that to my core. Look where we're at. That's why it's never easy. You know what is easy, though, folks? The Colleague Companies Championship. And it's so easy to get there because $25 gets you into 2 different things. So first off, we will be there starting a week from tomorrow. Next Thursday and Friday. Big Play is going to be there. And the tournament is the 10th through the 14th. But on Thursday, we're going to have the Big Play Cleveland show. We're going to have Drennan. We're going to have Hanford. On Friday, it's going to be us, Chico, Josh and Maria Cribbs, and Blake and Greg Williams for Come Get Some. $25, colleaguechampionship.com. That gets you into the tournament, but then also gets you in the Colleague Infinity Zone. An interactive area featuring live music on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage, including a military appreciation concert Friday night with Folds of Honor, food trucks, activation from LA Golf, X Golf, Horse Soldier Bourbon, and I heard this morning Peyton Manning might be there. He's accepting some award. So he might be, I think he's there one day. Check it out. ColleagueChampionship.com. ColleagueChampionship.com. 25, dude, seriously. $25 to get you in the tournament and then have the Infinity Zone to go to get your food. And I'll tell you this. I don't know if you've ever seen any of these clips, Ryan. It obviously is the PGA Champions Tour. These guys are so much more fan engagement, interactive. Like, there's a famous clip out there where a group of, they play in threesomes. They pull a young man out of the crowd. He walks the hole with them. They find out it's his birthday, and they're signing gloves, and they're signing balls. They're having fun with them. Like, I know it's a legitimate tournament. They're trying to win money and stuff like that. The Champions Tour knows what it is, right? Vijay Singh, Steve Stricker, John Daly, they're all going to be there. Like, is my guy Ernie going to be there? He's got to be. Ernie Els? I love Ernie Els, man. Can you put that request in, by the way?
Yeah, I'm sure I have a lot of pull there.
I'm just, if we're going to be there, I'd like to know. The College Championship. Hang on. Dude, do you know that this is a $3.5 million purse at the College Championship? Cameron Marlowe, by the way, is on July 12th. That is the military appreciation concert. Tournament. See, you know what? They don't ever put that out for the seniors because sometimes they don't, they can't play. Like, I think Stricker's going to be there. I hope Ernie's going to be there. I don't know. That's it. Peyton Manning was named a 2024 Ambassador of Golf. He's getting the award at this tournament this upcoming weekend. Dude, check it out. I'm on the website right now. collegechampionship.com. Tickets. Infinity Zone. Anya Van Rose, Benny Lava and the Guavas, and Mark Lee Shannon on Thursday night. Cameron Marlowe, Tim Duggar, and Jocko Deal on Friday for the Military Appreciation Concert. And then Saturday is Rockin' the Green. The Vindies, the Common Heart, and the Palais Boys. Buy tickets in advance and save. At the gate, grounds tickets are $15 on Wednesday and then $38 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Or Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. At the gate, Firestone Clubhouse tickets are $35 on Wednesday, $70 on Thursday, Friday, or Sunday. But general admission tickets, you can get them right now. Your clubhouse, your special offers, it's all there. Check it out. You want to get in the clubhouse right behind the 9th green? In for that. I want to get my grounds tickets here. Let's see what we got here. Ticketmaster, buy in advance. Working on the request. Here we are. Yeah. You can get it for the week for $85. Gets you in for the entire week.
There you go.
There you go. I love it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of fun. Check it out. collegechampionship.com. That is collegechampionship.com. We'll see you there next week. All right, let's catch a break. We come back. We'll jump into a little bit of the morning update. We got our grid. And we'll get to time op as well. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yap.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. And you saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
At Colleague Companies, we are making a difference in the lives of children and families in our community. For 70 years, Firestone Country Club has been a stage for some of the greatest golfers in history, but it's more than just a tournament, having raised over $30 million for charitable organizations in Northeast Ohio. That's why we're proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Colleague Companies Championship at Firestone Country Club. Join us in continuing the legacy of giving back at this incredible event and help us make an even bigger impact in Northeast Ohio.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. Tis the Laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the Law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
All right, welcome back. We had a trade in baseball. Would you have taken Aaron Savali back? I probably would have. He just got traded back to the Brewers for a minor leaguer. I'm not saying I would have given him Manzardo back, but
better than what we have now.
I guess. I mean, there's no way the Rays would have done that because maybe they look like a little egg on their face, so like trading away Kyle Manzardo for him. But he got moved. Maybe that's the kind of guy that makes sense for the Guardians. We'll have to see. Welcome back. Fontana Show right here on Big Play. Drop us a follow, subscribe, pity, or symbolic. We'll take whichever you got. At Matt Fontana Show on Twitter, X. We're also up on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel there. Twitch, and check out the IG for all the clips there. Ryan's got the morning update. All stories you got to know. Ryan, please take it away.
Alrighty, well, the Guardians win the series opener over the White Sox. Bo Naylor with a sac fly walk-off to secure it. Emmanuel Clase gets his 4th win of the season. Game 2 is tonight. Gavin Williams will make his season debut in the major leagues. Eric Fedde on the mound for the White Sox.
Again, I'm not going to watch tonight and make some declaration about Gavin Williams for the next 3 months. But, I mean, I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited to see what this guy's got. I know last year it was a rookie year, and I do subscribe a lot to, rookie pitchers, sometimes even rookie hitters, but certainly more rookie pitchers. When these major league guys, they don't really have a book on you, and they don't kind of know who you are, it lends to help them a little bit. Gavin Williams was fine as a rookie. Had a great year. Fantastic year. Is it so easy for me to come back and be like, oh, rubber stamp, that'll do what he did last year? I'd like that to be the case. But the real thing is, I don't want this to be the excuse for the Guardians to not go trade for another starting pitcher. Gavin Williams can be amazing tonight. He can throw a no-hitter. It's not going to change how I feel. I still need another starting pitcher. Now, I'd like him to go out there and, see a little bit this. I want to see this new pitch I think he's working on. Is it a cutter? He's working on a new fastball. Sinker or cut. I think it's a cutter. And he's working on a little in the minors. That's great. Another pitch to add to the repertoire, sure. But elbow pain's supposedly gone. He'll be on a pitch count tonight. I'm just excited to see him back on the bump. And I'll tell you this. The door is very much open for Tristan McKenzie to come back. Because if you can get the version of Tristan McKenzie that I still believe is out there somewhere, that's also like another move. I still want to go make a trade. Because you imagine where you could be with Bybee and Lively kind of being your set guys. Gavin Williams starts dealing. McKenzie, a month in the minors, figures it out. You bring him back into the fold. You trade for another guy.
Don't count on that.
I'm just saying it could happen. But the nice thing is if you trade for somebody, then you're not putting all your eggs in that basket. You're not. Carrasco to the bullpen maybe. I'm a big Logan Allen defender. I'm starting to lose steam on that, but you hope that's where you're at. Honestly, your best case scenario is that he does go down. Talking about Tristan McKenzie, and in a month get his shit figured out. I hope so, but got to give him the time because Vogt said we want him here and we expect him to be back. Go down, get it fixed, come on up. In the meantime, we got Gavin Williams on the bump.
Alrighty, well, as expected, LeBron James is returning to the Lakers on a 2-year, $104 million deal. It includes the LeBron special, a player option, and no trade clause.
They're in the LeBron. They were talking about this on Sportsman this morning, which I think is a good point. They're in the LeBron business now, right? You draft his son. You're not, you're trying to make other moves to help, but they are in the LeBron business right now. The issue is, what else are they going to do? If LeBron takes that $1 million pay cut, which, by the way, Mike helped us out on this, it's actually 0.008%. Someone earning $50,000 a year, that's equivalent to LeBron. That'd be like us giving up $41.
I told you, bro. It's a couple Chipotle double proteins.
That's it. $41. Thank you, Mike. And he would know. Mike knows numbers. He said for somebody earning $50,000 a year, LeBron giving up $1 million to get the Lakers under that second tax apron would be like most of us giving up about $40.
It's like 4 months OnlyFans.
Depends how popular your OnlyFans is, I guess. You make that back in a heartbeat. Oh my God, why did you do this to me? Because you want to know what made me think of that? Have you ever seen LeBron's feet?
Yo.
How jacked up his feet are?
Yo, pause. Hold up.
You did this. I didn't do this. You did this.
OnlyFans, and you transitioned
and
to
then I
LeBron's
thought about all the
feet.
creepy people that are on OnlyFans, and what are they looking at?
Pause.
What are they looking at on OnlyFans, Ryan?
I'm not looking at feet.
I'm not even, neither one of us are even on OnlyFans. I'm talking about what do people go on those websites to look at?
I guess you look at feet.
I do not. I'm not Rex Ryan, okay? With a picture of his wife's feet. My wife has lovely feet. They're great. I'm not really into feet. Not really my thing. You know, I don't know how I guess, how does anybody come up with any fetish? And I'm not shaming, not kink shaming over here. You can do whatever you want in the scope of the law. You're into feet, you're into feet. You're into hands, you're into hands. If
I
anything,
just don't know how me saying that made you think of
you were
LeBron's
starting to know
feet.
OnlyFans, and I don't know why it popped into my head that there's pictures of LeBron's feet, and they're all messed up. Like his pinky toe is out of place because he's been playing basketball. He's been in shoes his whole career, running around doing all that kind of stuff. Go Google LeBron's feet. Google LeBron's feet.
I'm not Googling LeBron's feet.
Do it.
No.
They are all kind of messed up. There's a video on YouTube. A foot doctor explains if LeBron's Nikes are causing him his hammer toes and bunions. I think I have a hammer toe.
All right, next.
There's a device that you can buy that you put it on your toe and it cracks your toe back into place.
Interesting.
Do you know that shoes are terrible for us? Absolutely terrible for people. Like, you need the comfort, and you obviously you need the body, because like the soles of our feet, like back in the day, like I would say way back in the day, you know, we walked on our feet, like, so they built calluses and all. We are not. Shoes are great. Trust me, you need shoes. But like, look at your feet. They all come to a point now because they're just crammed into shoes now. Your feet are meant to be spread out. They're meant to be uncaged. And he said that on Parks and Rec. Ron from the other town, he goes, "What are those, sir?" And he goes, "These are my sandals." He goes, "Your feet should be uncaged and untethered." And he goes, "I no longer like Ron."
All right, man.
Crocs are probably good. Spread the feet out a little bit. My feet are all messed. I got bad feet. I should get on that website. I think I've webbed hairy feet. Is there not some niche for that?
There's an audience for that.
That'll be our extra hour of the show that we're discussing.
I might be somewhere else. I might not be here. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be here.
What if we did a foot cam? Take one of these cameras and just put it down here, and people could do an alternate stream.
I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't even know where I was at now.
Just hopefully we get a sponsor in here. I'm sorry, I keep coughing. I'm sick as a dog. I hope we just get a sports betting partner, and then we don't have to worry about that anymore.
Feet Finder.
It's either we get a sports betting partner or I get on Feet Finder. You know what? Never mind. We've already gone down a dark path as it is.
All right. Well, the WNBA All-Star Game's coming up, Matt, and the rosters got released.
Yes.
Top 5 in votes. Caitlin Clark leads the way. 700,000 votes.
Are people going to bitch because they say she doesn't deserve to go? Is that a thing? I haven't seen any pushback. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Rounding out the top 5, Aaliyah Boston, also of the Indiana Fever.
Yep.
Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, and fellow rookie Angel Reese. They will be teammates.
There you go.
For the first time in their careers.
There you go. All that bad blood. Hey, man, did you see what they did? Did you see what the Aces did with Caitlin Clark? They had to go to the T-Mobile. 20-odd-some thousand people were there. Yeah. And I saw that picture. It was packed. That wasn't a fake, like, oh, we bought these tickets and nobody actually sat there. That was packed. It's awesome. I read another article that said that some of the networks are starting to push for a women's sport dominated like type of talk show, right? Like, and I know that, you know, they'll talk WNBA on First Take and they'll talk about it on Skip Show and all that other kind of stuff. Don't nobody watch Skip Show, but whatever, it's fine. Like, you know, but now the networks are pushing, like, we should have a female-led, female-dominant sports talk show. The only issue is outside of the WNBA, and right now it's super popular. Ryan, did you see the record viewership for the Olympic trials? You know, you want to watch Suni Lee. You want to watch Simone Biles, right? You want to watch Sha'Carri Richardson.
Katie Moon.
Yeah, Cleveland's own. Cleveland's own. Congratulations to her. Going back. Like, I think there's a market. The only thing is they don't have something to pick it up in the fall. Because the football will just dominate. Football will just dominate. And, you know, what's volleyball? There's professional volleyball now. A couple of my buddies, they live in Columbus. There's a professional volleyball team in Columbus. You know, maybe that's it. I don't know. But they're off to a good start. I think where the WNBA is, I'm glad that Caitlin Clark made it. She should have made it because it's an all, like, again, you see the All-Star, yes, you are meant to be a really good player. The All-Star game is what? Supposed to be for the fans. She needs to be there for the fans. I'm glad she is. I don't know if people are really bitching about it. If they are, they need to shut up.
Alrighty, well, Dodgers superstar Shohei Ohtani will not be participating in this year's Home Run Derby despite being second in the majors with 27. The only participant we know thus far is Orioles Gunnar Henderson. Matt, will we have a Cavalier? Will we have a Guardian in this year's Home Run Derby?
Donovan can swing a little bit, can't he? I think Donovan's a really good baseball player.
He crush softballs.
Yeah.
450 feet.
Yeah, he can play. Donovan can play. I mean, here's the thing. This is one of the, one of the things that baseball is actually beating basketball in. They get star players to go to the Home Run Derby. And you watch Julio Rodriguez, you watch Vladdy, and they do it. Nobody does the dunk contest, right? As far as the best all-star related activity. And I like the skills competition from the NHL. I think that's a lot of fun. Nothing touches the Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby is the best all-star related event of any show. I could give couldn't give two damns about the combine and that bull crap and playing dodgeball and Myles Garrett breaking his toe going over a barrier. I don't care. The Home Run Derby still means something. It's still awesome. And I do think it's almost like, granted, again, baseball has gotten stars to do it. But what I like more is when you have guys like Gunnar Henderson. He's not Shohei Ohtani, okay? He's not Ronald Acuna Jr. He's not Fernando Tatis. But I know he's going to give a damn. I know he's going to show up and try to win it. And most people, I'm assuming if you watch baseball, you know who Gunnar Henderson is. So, like, that's the great mix. Is even if you're not getting the top cream of the crop, like superstars, you're getting just a step down, but those guys give a damn. And they want to win it. The dunk contest, it is sad. It's sad that LeBron James, not once in his career, ever even felt like he had to do it. It's not that he didn't do it. That sucks. But that he never felt the need to do it. And I'm not trying to rip Mac McClung, who obviously that's all he's got in his career. You know, Aaron Gordon, you go back, Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine and Blake jumping over the car. Like, that's how bad that's been. The Home Run Derby still just kicks ass. It still is a lot of fun. So, yeah, we got Gunnar Henderson for right now. Let's do this. I'm going to do this real quick before we get to the grid. I'm going to pull up home run leaders. You tell me a guy that you have to have in it, okay?
Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is the answer. Is Aaron Judge the answer? Do you think he'll do it?
No. I don't know. I'd like to see
batting average, home runs. Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Gunnar Henderson, Jose Ramirez, Anthony Santander, Marcelo Zuna. Bryce Harper's got to do it. They need to get Bryce Harper in that thing. He's tied with Josh Naylor, Juan Soto. You want to know what? Wouldn't this be cool? What if they did
teammates?
What if they
Aaron Judge,
Aaron
Soto,
Judge, Giancarlo, and Juan? You are on the same exactly. What if they did
Ramirez
that?
And Naylor, that'd be sick.
Ramirez and Naylor,
Gunnar and Santander.
There's nobody really for like Harper with the Phillies, so like bring him over to the Guardians or something like that. Wouldn't that be cool?
Call it Rob.
That would be pretty interesting. And then you could do, again, Shohei's not doing it, but him and Teoscar Hernandez are both up there. Jordan and Kyle Tucker?
I would watch.
Yeah. There's nobody for the Mets. Schwarber and Harper. 20 and 17 home runs respectively.
Yeah. Might be honest.
I think we're on to something. I think that'd be cool. And especially, what if it was, you got to keep the time element. Let's just say it was 2. Let's just keep it at 2, right? So it's Judge and Juan Soto versus Jose and Josh Naylor. And you go, Judge, he's out, Jose goes in, he's done. Then you put Juan Soto in, and then Josh Naylor goes. Like, I think that, or, oh my God, they could never do this, right? What if it was a 3-minute free-for-all for your team. Jose goes, and then he just turns and he waves, and here comes Josh Naylor, and then he goes, and Naylor turns and puts Jose back in.
That'd be sick.
Wouldn't that be fun? Yeah. Wouldn't that be a lot of cool? Like, instead of taking the time out, he just turned. Like, Jose's sitting there, like, waiting. Josh, he runs up, and then he just starts hitting.
Happy Gilmore style.
Yeah, right. Like, just running up to just start going. We got ideas, man. Send those over to Rob. He's got a lot of bad ideas, so he needs a lot of help. Let's bail his ass out with this. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I would watch for sure.
Like, I'm just looking at it. You are littered with Dodgers, Yankees, Orioles, Guardians. It's kind of shocking that there would not be actually a good Atlanta representative other than Marcell Ozuna. So he's got 21. The next Atlanta Brave, there's not another Atlanta Brave in the top 50. That can't be right. Really? Wait a minute. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Because again, Atlanta's like one of the best teams, so you want to have that. So Marcell Ozuna's got 21 home runs. That's good for 6th in all of baseball. The next closest is Matt Olson. He only has 12. That's crazy. That's nuts. Huh. Well, again, if Acuna wasn't injured, that'd be something, man. That's an idea. Put that down. Write that down. Send over to Rob Manford. Speaking of writing it down, let's get to it.
Danny let us know today in the chat that the Cavs are in the basketball.
Do you want to do basketball?
We could try it. You want to?
Yeah. Flip over. Let's do basketball real quick. Because he's just going to text me.
I know. He's going to be
every
like,
answer.
idiots.
Morons. Let's do this, and then he can grade us on. All right, let's do basketball. Let's try on basketball. Okay. 5 assists per game for a season.
Pacers, I'm going to just do Tyrese.
Tyrese has got to be it. Kyrie doesn't work for any of those other teams, so that works.
Unless
Harden can go there, so just put Harden there.
You could also go here, but so could Russ.
Oh yeah, I guess just flip. Yeah, do Russ for assists per game, and then just do
and then do Harden.
Harden there. That's fine. Okay, this is a deep pull for the Thunder Spurs. Doesn't Thabo Cephalosha work there? Does he not? Does that not sound really right? Could be really wrong. The other one I thought of was Kendrick Perkins, but I don't think he ever played for the Spurs.
I don't remember playing for the Spurs at all.
I want to say Thabo Cephalosha really bad there.
Did Danilo Gallinari never played for the Spurs?
Ooh, that's another good pull. Are you sure he didn't play? Wait a minute. That sounds... I kind of like where your head is at. Thabo Cephalosha...
Well, Pacers, Clippers, we just go Paul George.
Wait a minute. Thabo Cephalosha actually never even played for either... Oh, no. Thunder, right. Thunder, he never played for the Spurs. Damn. Okay, so it wasn't Thabo Cephalosha.
Pacers, Spurs. Did Patty Mills play for the Pacers?
That sounds right. I don't know if I can come up with a better one, so I kind of like where your head's at.
Should we save it?
Did Danny Green go to the Pacers?
I mean, no, he went to the Cavs.
I know it's the Cavs, but I know Memphis for him, but
I don't remember. I don't know.
I don't know.
Should I just rip him for Cavs Spurs?
Who?
Danny Green?
Yeah. That's fine. Yeah, that's that's right. Let's just do him there. Although I'm trying to think of another Spurs Cavs one. There's got to be. All right, Clippers, Cavs.
Marcus Morris.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Unless it was his brother.
No, that's fine. Rip Marcus Morris.
Well, I don't want to be wrong now.
It's kind of like our bonus one anyway. We'll probably still do football. All right, well done. All right. Should I read the text?
Is he already texting you?
Yeah. Danny Green never played for the Pacers.
I didn't think so.
Text I got.
Ask him if Patty Mills works.
Oh, he's giving me answers. Oh, we already got a Cavs Clippers, Darius Miles. Danny Green was now the Pacers. Richard Jefferson was Spurs Cavs. Well, Danny Green works there too. And Jetty Osman. That's a good call too. All right, Pacers Spurs. Pacers Spurs. Huh. Yeah, Patty, I just, yeah. I'm trying to think of all those ancillary players that were on the Spurs teams, like the Spurs championships.
Thiago Splitter?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Matt Bonner?
So that's a deep pull there. He says George Hill works there. It's like cheating when he's on there, though, helping us. All right. All right, let's see if can we do this one on our own?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
We don't need Danny's help.
Wait, screw him. Spurs Thunder. Damn. He says Nazir Mohammed.
Who?
Nazr Mohammed.
Nazer?
No, Nazr.
Dude, we're so good.
We're so good.
We're so good.
So good. You want to try football?
Yeah, let's.
All right, let's do football. Well done. 2 for 2. That'll make up because we're not on tomorrow or Friday. So let's see how it goes.
We don't need Danny's help.
Yeah, we got this one. We got this one. All right, let's go. All right, we'll put our time on this one here. All right. Hey, it's still going from yesterday. No, it's actually going from 3 days ago. There we go. Go. Okay. Go ahead.
I mean, Calvin Johnson never played anywhere else, right?
No. And neither is Amon-Ra St. Brown, but might as well go make a trim. All right. Is that not Jim Harbaugh?
For what?
The one you're typing in right now.
I'm just putting Philip Rivers.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm so bad at spelling.
Jim Harbaugh also works there, but that's fine. Philip Rivers. Huh. There's something.
Are you talking about Colts Seahawks?
Yeah. It's a running back. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to something else. Damn. All right. All right. Colts, Lions. Trying to rip through quarterbacks here, and I can't. Maybe she would have stuck with basketball.
Didn't Jimmy Graham play here for the Seahawks?
Yeah. Jimmy Graham works there. Saints, Chargers.
Huh. True Brees.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Saints, Lions is an interesting one. Is that not Alex Anzalone? Yeah.
Yeah.
The linebacker.
Good pull.
Yep. Thank you. All right. Colts. There's something Colts Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm sure that's why they're in the grid.
Well, yes, clearly. But there's a running back.
For.
Yeah, obviously it's not beast mode. It's not. Oh, it's Edgerrin James. That's it. I knew it. It's Edgerrin James. He went up to Seattle late in his career. This is almost half the fun is watching you try to find those guys.
Lions, Colts.
Let's start ripping quarterback. I mean, Tim Boyle. Flacco doesn't work. Carson Wentz doesn't work. We already used Phillip Rivers. Jacoby Brissett does not work. All right, that aside, Defensive lineman, nothing there that I can think of. DBs, that's a tough one for us. Kickers,
Stephon Gilmore never went to the Lions.
no. Oh man,
Naeem Hines was never on the Lions.
no. Dude, man, that's a tough one for us. Like, McCown doesn't work. Fitzpatrick doesn't work. You know, all the quarterbacks that we'd go to. Josh Johnson probably doesn't work there. We always go to him, it seems. Colts, Lions. That's a tough one. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you. We only have 4 minutes. So, I mean, technically we have time, but we have to get the time off as well. Yeah, I mean, like Brandon Stokely, don't think so. Reggie Wayne, no. Marvin Harrison, no. Peyton didn't go there. Scott Tolzien. I mean, if I really had to rip one, that might be it, but I don't think Jared Lorenzen, he went to the Giants. I don't even think he went to the Lions.
Fat Randy don't work?
I don't think Fat Randy works. Vinatieri doesn't work.
Matt Prater? Did he ever kick for the Colts?
I don't think so. Don't think so. If I had to rip one, I guess I would rip Scott Tolzien, but I don't know.
Should we rip it?
Let me see. Make sure if you want. Now.
No. Choked.
Choke job. See what you got. Eric Ebron. That's a good pull right there.
Hey, it happens.
Oh, Dan Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky's
He played
another
for the
one too.
Colts.
Yeah. There it is. All right. Well, got to complete one of the NBA. We're close on the football. That's how it goes. All right, let's catch your final break. Come back. Jam-packed time up. We'll get you our bet set tonight for the guards. Send you off for your beautiful 4th of July. Coming up. Stay with us.
Well, how do they know I'm doing this? Did somebody leak this out?
It's social media.
Oh.
It's just that's the way social media works now.
I thought maybe you were just running that yep.
Welcome to Big Play, a sports media team that started back in 2014, and now we're not in a garage. Look at us, incorporating some of Cleveland's favorite sports personalities, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland. Coming to you live from the shores of Lake Erie and Burke Lakefront Airport, join Team Big Play for all the best sports talk in Ohio. Check us out on social media at Big Play, bringing you fun and compelling content from downtown Cleveland.
Anthony Schlegel, just how physical he was. You saw the girth and the power and everything he was bringing to the table, especially when he was a nice beefy 255 playing middle linebacker.
We were called soft last year. You don't want to be soft, especially when you come to the playoffs. So that's going to be a process throughout this season of establishing us as a harder team here in the
At Colleague Companies, we are making a difference in the lives of children and families in our community. For 70 years, Firestone Country Club has been a stage for some of the greatest golfers in history, but it's more than just a tournament, having raised over $30 million for charitable organizations in Northeast Ohio. That's why we're proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Colleague Companies Championship at Firestone Country Club. Join us in continuing the legacy of giving back at this incredible event and help us make an even bigger impact in Northeast Ohio.
I don't buy into this nonsense, this conspiracy nonsense that he's got his money and he's dogging it. That's ridiculous.
They're off in the Kentucky Derby as Authentic takes them around the far turn. 'Tis the laws making his move now, and they're into the stretch. These two stride for stride. Authentic, tis the law. Here's the wire. Authentic has won the Kentucky Derby.
It was weird that I didn't have time up ready to go because, like, I usually never work the 3rd of July. But here we are, ready to go for the holiday weekend coming up. Welcome back to a Fontana Show right here on Big Play. Drop us a follow at Matt Fontana Show. Twitter, X, on the YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. We're on Twitch, and you can follow the IG for all the clips and what you need from the show. We dive in a little bit of time up, tell you what happened this day in history, including going back to this day 2020. David Njoku and his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, requested a trade away from the Cleveland Browns. Now, I bring it up because look at, we got to remember that scenario. Okay, number one, you had just gotten done with Freddie Kitchens. You had an abysmal year. Baker didn't play all that well, and Njoku needed to get paid. Now, that is one of those scenarios that you look back on and you say, see, it's glad we stuck to our guns. Because I sent a tweet. I was like, hey, can we trade him to the Jags for Yannick Ngakoue? What a miss that could have been, right? Like, those things are so tricky to navigate. And it can be really hard because, if you have a disgruntled player and, the easy thing is to just go, hey, like, we're trading him away. He wants to leave. But to come back down and go, no, man, like, we see the vision here. And I'm sure David Njoku realizes, like, this worked out. He was, at one point, top 5 tight end paid. He's having better statistical season. He still just can't knock the injury bug, which just sucks. But still, like, that's the one where you hear these trade requests. It's easy for us to sit here and snap our fingers and go, trade him, and I don't want to be here, get him out of here. Sometimes you got to see the light at the end of the tunnel and also force the player to see it, and it kind of works out the other way. But the other side of it, too, is you got to believe that this guy can ascend to being like when Duke Johnson requested a trade, it's like, okay, fine, go. You're going to be that kind of guy for your status on this team. David Njoku is not somebody that you wanted to give away, and I'm glad they kind of saved, came out the other side.
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep doing what he did with Joe Flacco, I mean, that back half of the season, I mean, you think back to that Jets game, what he was able to do was insane, and a run after the catch monster. I mean, you had the body type of, like, Gronk, where you're just absolutely trucking people, and he was Joe Flacco's favorite weapon when Amari Cooper was covered.
Well, I mean, he's one of the guys we seem to not bring up a lot about, Jerry Jeudy and Amari Cooper and that kind of stuff. Most elite quarterbacks have an elite tight end.
Very true.
Most of them do. Look, Dallas Goedert in Philly for Jalen Hurts. You have Sam Laporta up there in Detroit. Certainly Kelsey with Mahomes. Mark Andrews with Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow is probably the one that doesn't have one, right?
Yeah.
Tua, and again, I'm using the loose term of elite. But, like, the best teams usually have a really solid tight end.
Yep.
And I think you have that in David Njoku. It's just the injuries. It's just the injuries for him. That's pretty much what we got to avoid. But if he does that, then great. Also this day, 2020, it was announced that Paul Dolan would begin to review the Indians' name and potentially try to start the process of finding a new name. I liked the name when it started. If I had to pick if it's grown on me or I've gotten sick of it, I think I've gotten sick of it. I've really gotten sick of the logos. I'm done with those logos, man. I'm really over it. The City Connect uniforms are great. Can we branch off of that? Is there they've spent so much money. They're not going to change the name. I get it, but it's an interesting question now that we're so many years removed, Ryan. Do you feel better or worse about the Guardians name? I feel worse. I understand they had to change it. I'm not going to fight about them changing it. I don't feel so good about it.
I don't think there was anything that you could have picked that would have made fans happy from losing the Indians. I mean, people were so connected to that name. People were so connected to Chief Wahoo that I don't think there's any way people are going to be happy. So I'm fine with Guardians.
Yeah. We go all the way back to this day, 1989. The movie Batman sets the record for the fastest to make $100 million. It did it in just 10 days.
Nice.
Now you got like opening days, opening nights, pre-sales making $100 million. I was talking to my buddy Jay about this. I got to go see Deadpool. That's the next one. Like I'm earmarking, like I'm going to go find a late showing of Deadpool. I got to go see that one. Do you know who Jim Morrison is?
From The Doors?
That's nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Passed away this day, 1971. The Doors are my dad's favorite band, so then inherently it is one of my favorite bands as well. I'm glad you knew that. Jim Morrison of the Doors passed away this day in 1971. A lot of mystery. About exactly what happened with Jim Morrison. This day in 1968, Indians pitcher Louis Tiant set an MLB record with 19 strikeouts in a 10-inning game. Of course, been surpassed since. This day, also 1968, the lowest July temperature ever recorded for the city of Cleveland happened this day, 1968. It was 41 degrees the day
Probably be
before.
lower than that.
Think so? Really? Think so?
I mean, for the lowest ever.
Lowest of Cleveland recorded history, 41 degrees on July 3rd. The lowest ever for the month. This 1863, the largest battle ever happened on United States soil. The Civil War, the Battle of Gettysburg. This day, 1863, of course, the Union would win, but it was the largest because it was us versus us. Still fighting that today, unfortunately, but here we are. This day, 1861, the Pony Express arrived in San Francisco and for the first time took letters from New York to San Francisco via the Pony Express. This day, 1861. 1775, George Washington took command of the Continental Army. Suck it, Britain.
True.
That Shane Gillis bit
that's all I
about
think
him is just, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. But George Washington taking over the Continental Army, say 1776. Very happy birthday goes out to Moises Alou, Brian Cashman, Sebastian Vettel, Tom Cruise, Patrick Wilson, and Olivia Munn all celebrating birthdays today.
I think you're forgetting one.
What?
Julian Assange.
Do you really want to wish him a happy birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Julian.
Is he back out?
No.
He's back in.
I don't know where he's at.
He was just in the news. Yeah. Something about his trial. He either got added or they let him out or something. I don't know. I don't really keep up on all that kind of stuff. All right, 3 movies for you today. 3 pretty big ones. And I expect you to get all 3. I really do. All right, we start this day, 2007. A film that has launched a franchise that comes off a very popular run of toys.
Like Toy Story?
No. It started with a line of toys. There was an animated series, a television series for this now movie. Then they started the movie this day, 2007. It spawned several sequels over, spin-offs, and I think there's actually even yet another one coming out.
Toys, like children's toys.
I would say children, not like a doll. It's like I would say like 10-year-old kids would play with these toys. These toys are extremely popular in the 80s.
Like G.I. Joes?
Not G.I. Joes, but I like where your head's at. Because that's also a movie, but it's not G.I. Joe. Series of toys, kids' toys. It launched an animated series, I think in the late 80s, early 90s. It's kind of dormant for a little while, and then they came back with this movie in 2007.
Like, would this be a toy a female would usually play with?
No.
A male?
I'd say probably more little boys. Probably. I'd say girls can play with this, obviously, but I would say this is probably more skewed towards guys.
Came out in the 80s, this toy.
Yep.
What were kids in the 80s playing with?
Tell me.
I might need a little...
Oh. I don't know where to go beyond that.
Really?
I can't say what they are because, like, then...
Legos?
No. They're action figures. They're action figures that turn into something else.
Oh, I was going to say Transformers.
It's Transformers.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing in the 80s.
What do you mean? You didn't know that there were toys?
No, I thought that was just an original idea.
No.
I
They
didn't know
started
that.
out as toys. You bought Optimus Prime. You bought Megatron.
I thought of Transformers a while ago, but I didn't think that
Transformers
that was
correct.
an idea in the 80s. I didn't know that.
Honestly, still holds up. I still enjoy watching the original Transformers. The second one, Dark Side of the Moon, Rise of the Beast, and I know, by the way, Stephen Cable directed that one, and he's Cleveland's own and was my classmate at BW, but...
I enjoy Megan Fox.
Yeah, she was hot. Yeah. Yeah. I would say, again, the first one, for my money, really good. Second one, not bad. Kind of jumped the shark. What's the one with Mark Wahlberg? What's the Transformers movie with Mark Wahlberg? Because that was the one that they, Age of Extinction. Because that one, you're like, oh my God, it's the Dinobots. And you're like, that's the only thing that can make this better. was that you finally got the Dinobots. Oh, wait, I didn't get the Dinobots until the last 10 minutes of the movie. Age of Extinction was what it was. And that's the other problem of as well. They just keep bringing Megatron back. Yeah. They keep killing him and bringing him back and killing him and bringing him back. And Optimus Prime dies and they just bring him on back. You know, there's another one coming.
Really? Just refuse to let things die.
Yep. So it goes Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark Side of the Moon, Age of Extinction, The Last Night, Bumblebee, Rise of the Beasts, and then now coming up apparently is a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie.
Wow.
That is in development right now for the Transformers future of things. Do you know that it is the 13th highest grossing film series in history?
That doesn't surprise me.
$5.2 billion. Would you guess what what the highest grossing film series of all time? What would you guess?
Star Wars?
No. Good guess, but no, they're third.
Well, here's the thing. There's only been 2 Avatars, but I know they both grossed an insane amount of money.
It's not Avatar.
Lord of the Rings?
No. You're missing the biggest one.
Is Marvel?
Yeah, Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh.
They've made $30 billion.
Yeah, because they've made a billion movies.
Second is Spider-Man, 10.6. Then Star Wars, 10.3. Then the Harry Potter series, 9.6. Then James Bond. Then Avenger. Which, again, it's like they're folding in all these other ones. Whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
Then Fast and the Furious. The DC Extended Universe, Aquaman, Justice League, all that crap. Then the Batman, that's including like Pattinson, Bale, 80s, all that. Yep. X-Men, Jurassic Park, Middle-earth, Transformers, Avatar. Despicable Me is the 15th highest grossing film series of all time at $4.6 billion. Pretty good for you. Pretty good. All right, next up, this day, 1996. I would just tell you, 'tis the season, Ryan.
'Tis the season, Independence Day?
That is correct. That is correct. I almost had somebody who retweeted a tweet that said NORAD confirmed the thing that flew past the Earth was not from this Earth. I thought it was real. No, you know what it is? It's an account that for these couple of days live tweets like it's Independence Day.
That's cool.
And I almost got had by it. Of all the alien movies out there, which one's the best? So you have Aliens, you have Predator, you have The Thing, you've got Men in Black, you've got Independence Day, you've got Signs, you've got Mars Attacks, which is a great movie.
Have you ever seen The Langoliers?
No.
That's a good one.
Good one. Alien movie?
I think technically, yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. We do that. We got to do our guitar bracket. I think we did guitar bracket, though, didn't we?
No.
We didn't? Are you sure?
I'm positive.
All right, well, maybe we'll do that next week. And then the final one, this day, 1985. This is not going to help you at all. But my wife and I are actually probably going to go get tickets to go see this movie at Playhouse Square.
Back to the Future.
That is correct.
That is correct. Let's go.
That is my wife's favorite movie trilogy of all time, and it's the last week. So I told her, I was like, we better get tickets and go. And she's like, what are we going to do with the kids? And I was like, F them kids. I'm just kidding.
I heard it's a good show.
I've heard really good things, so I might force her to go. But the same thing, I almost was going to pitch to her, you just go, and I'll stay home with the kids. And then I remembered my wife will never do that. She'll never do that. She won't even go to a restaurant early and like sit at a table. She'll sit in her car and wait for her friends to show up. That's how she is. So it is what it is. But Back to the Future. So that's pretty solid day right there. Transformers, Independence Day, and Back to the Future. We got it all for you here in Time Up. We got it all for tonight. Guards! Get back after it against the White Sox. I want an ass whooping tonight. Can I do that? Can I get -2.5? Where I would need the Guardians to win by 3. Can you get me that?
It's a lot to ask, Matt.
I think they might 4-1. 5-2, 5-1. I don't think that's that crazy. Gavin Williams on the hill tonight. Let's see what we got here. All right, baseball. So the Guardians are a minus 185 favorite on the money line. They are minus a 1.5 is plus 110. So I probably should just take them on that. But let's see what we got. Obviously, we have no stats here for Gavin Williams. It's his first start of the season, so here we go. Eric Fetty's last 3 starts, 2 losses and a win. In his last 3 starts, he has given up a combined 8 runs over 3 starts against Detroit, LA, and Arizona. Trends for this game. A total is hit under 10 out of the White Sox last 14 games. Sox are 4-9 straight up in their last 13 and 3-14 straight up in their last 17 games on the road. Under is hit 11 out of their last 16 games here at Progressive Field. Flip it over for the Guards. 9-4 straight up in their last 13. 6-game home win streak for the Guards on the line tonight. And again, the under seems to be the play. 13 out of their last 19 against the White Sox. 11 out of their last 16 when they're at home taking on the White Sox. But here's an interesting one for the over. Guardians over has hit 7 out of their last 9 games when they play as the favorite. Do I just take a minus? Hang on, wait a minute. Run line. Guardians minus 2.5 gets me to 170. I thought it would have been more. I'm going to take a minus that 1.5. What do you think? You like it?
I like minus 1.5.
Minus 1.5. Credits, done. Book it. I'd like to show you my screen, but we don't have these people on as our betting partner yet. One day, they'll be here with us. Folks, college championships will be there next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are going to be there Thursday and Friday. We're all going to be there. Thursday, Big Play Cleveland show, Drennan, and then Hanford's on Thursday. Friday, us, Chico, Joshua Maria Cribbs, and Blake and Greg Williams with Come Get Some. Tickets start at just $25 to get you into the tournament and also the Colleague Infinity Zone. Food trucks on site from LA Golf, X Golf, Horse Soldier Bourbon. They're all going to be there. We're going to be hanging out. And you get to watch the Champions Tour. Come on to town. ColleagueChampionships.com. That is ColleagueChampionships.com for your tickets. Friday night, I keep saying Friday. I think it is Friday. Is the military. Yes, Friday night is the military appreciation concert with Folds of Honor. So we'll be there for that. It's going to be a great time. ColleagueChampionships.com. And we'll see you out there. I know Drennan's all excited for that. He loves golf.
Yeah.
It's like Drennan's, like, that's his world, man. That is Drennan's world. So we'll be out there. Drennan coming up tonight. And then do we have any other shows going tonight because tomorrow's the holiday? I don't know. Maybe the Bengals, maybe the Cincy Boys.
Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see. Follow us at Big Play, bigplay.com for all of our merch as well. And we got you locked and loaded. We will be off tomorrow and Friday. So enjoy the hell of a long weekend. I'm on ESPN tomorrow night, and then we're off to the races up to the lake. And then I got Justin Timberlake on Sunday night. That's going to be fun.
Oh, wow. It's already here.
Yeah. Got the plans in place. We're like going to. So here, I think we're going to try to do dinner early. So I said there's 2 ways we have to attack this. Number one, you try to avoid downtown until the latest that you can, or we go down early, get dinner, try to find a parking spot.
That's the way to go.
I'm such an old man. I hate it. I hate traffic. I hate a lot of people. Like Uber would be a lot. Like I would much rather Uber.
So do it.
But it costs even more because then it surges.
Yeah, it will be expensive.
It's going to be expensive. And then also, like, we have kids at home. The people we're going with have other, you know what I mean? Like, that we got to be able to get out of there if we can. So we'll see how it goes. I'll have the full report for you on Monday. So enjoy the hell of the weekend. Stay safe from them damn fireworks. We'll just put it out there for that. And we'll talk to you on Monday. For Ryan Tyler, I am Matt Fontana. As always, take it easy.